So, Tim Atkin, I've spoken to some of your colleagues in the wine gang, Ollie Smith and Tom Canavan, about the makeup of the wine gang, but maybe one of the questions which we would like to address is, what is the wine gang for? What got you together?
Well, it's very much a collaborative effort. In fact, it began around a swimming pool in Mendoza when Ollie, Tom and I were taking it easy and lying on some sun lounges on a Saturday afternoon. We said, we've got all these wine notes and we don't use most of them. So we thought, well, it'd be a great way of combining our resources and combining our talents and doing something that was a collaborative venture. So I like to think of the wine gang as being something that's greater than the sum of its parts. And the sum of its parts, obviously, the parts rather are 5 individuals with fairly strong personalities, and we do differ sometimes on things, but I think it's good. I suppose it's a belief that it's like being a Democrat in a way. You believe that lots of people getting together and actually talking about things and discussing them will produce something which is interesting and worth reading in the end. So it's very much something that's created for readers, and readers are part of the gang. It's not just us, and we want to include our readers more. That's why we're having a tasting this year in November, which will be our Christmas fair. And we're thinking about having a bit more feedback on the site. I think that's something that we've recently done some consumer research, and people have said they want a bit more of that. So they want a sense that it is more of a gang, rather than us pronouncing from on high about the wines we like. And so, that's definitely something that we're looking at quite seriously. So it is a gang, we're the gang, but you are the gang as well. Anybody who joins up with the gang is the gang too, and you have access to our notes and our ideas and our experience of wine.
Great. So at the tasting, what kind of wines are we going to be expecting? What kind of things are you looking at?
I mean, we've been really pleased. We've got some fantastic people coming. A lot of the top independent wine merchants, big supermarkets, off-license chains. And what's been very pleasing to see is that people are actually bringing their best wines along. So people aren't going to turn up, partly because they've got a fairly restricted number of wines each. People are not turning up with too many branded wines. There's anything wrong with branded wines, but I think they're not particularly interesting because people know them already. So there'll be lots of things, over 600 wines, many of which will be new to the people coming there. So it's a fantastic place to come and taste a really wide variety of wine in one session.
I gather you're doing some wine walks. What's your wine walk going to be? Do you know?
That. We'll be guiding people around. I mean, mine will be something like, because I hate Pinot Grigio so much, something like Life Beyond Pinot Grigio or something. But we're going to put some thought into it, and the wine walks will certainly be there to guide people through this enormous array of wines. 600 wines is a lot of wines. Nobody can taste 600 wines in an afternoon. Not even I can. And so, I think you could probably comfortably get around 80 or so. And if somebody takes you on a walk and says, okay, well, look at these particular importers, or look at this style of wine, I think it's a great way of getting around. I mean, it's not a substitute for tasting on your own, but I think it's a nice little add-on. And
Great.
you get to meet us.
Exactly.
Second prize.
Thanks, Tim.